2-1-2. I guess I'll start with Matthew Russo. He's gotten off to a slow start this year, but a big day today, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. I guess how big was it for you to just see him break out in that way?
I mean, it's huge. It's huge for him, his confidence. He's been pressing a little bit, and that's baseball. That you can feel that sometimes, and he knows he needs to be a presence in that lineup, and I think he's done a great job. And today was hopefully something that allows him to kind of just kind of settle in there and get some rhythm, get rolling. And he needed a day like that, and we needed that day from him today. Him and Gillespie in the middle of that order, were a part of a lot of the hits, runs, and stuff like that. So that was really good to see.
Yeah, 5 for 9 for both of them today. I mean, that just helps this lineup out so much.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need your thump guys to be a presence in there and make the way they pitch other guys. It affects that. So hats off to them. They did a great job, Gillespie and him, and there was others. I thought today our offense was a little stingier. Maybe I thought they drew the walks. Got the hits, moved some runners over, got sack flies, all that good stuff. And so that's what you need to do. They're a good team. They had good arms on the mound. They got a good offense. It's always going to keep pressure on you. So we had to answer. We had to, push them across whenever we got the opportunity.
Can you talk about Gray Eubanks just a little bit? I mean, I thought he had a huge walk there. Really battled in that at bat. I think it was with 2 outs, and then stopped with a double. Kind of got robbed on that, bases loaded hit just in the 9th, or in the 8th. So, but I mean, I thought he looked great.
Yeah, I think Gray is exactly where he needs to be. We can't expect a freshman to be the savior.
Right.
Just go out there and just be a presence, and I think he's showing that. And we believed in him. I mean, all along we know that guy. We're out here at practice with him every day. There's some serious juice in that bat. He's got some great plate discipline for a younger player, and I think his future is really bright here. I really do. But I think he's got a chance to settle in there and do something now too. So we need that now with Higdon out with that hamstring. We need another guy to be in there that could be a presence in that spot.
Kros Sivley today, what did you think of his outing?
It was exceptional. We had to have it. To win that game, we needed somebody to cover. We call that a bridge in the bullpen, and he did exactly what I think 5 2/3 innings. Gave up 1 run, and he allowed his offense to work and ultimately get a lead. So he's thrown a lot of innings here in several different roles, and he's kind of easy like a Sunday morning out there, but he did a great job today, and if he doesn't do that, I don't know if we win this ball game.
Over his last 13 innings, he's only given up 2 runs for you guys, so it's not just. I mean, he's been like this for the last few outings he's been out there.
Yeah, he's unique. It's a different look. It's not just an orthodox, arm path and delivery, and especially with all those lefties in that lineup, he makes it pretty tough on him. But he's been doing it, and we need him to keep doing it. And he's a huge part of this pitching staff for sure.
Those bridge guys you mentioned, you have several guys who could go give you 4 or 5 innings out of the pen. How does that help you, I guess, navigate the pitching staff, moving forward, especially, in a weekend series?
You can play matchups and stuff like that with who starts based on the lineup, based on what you see, what's the best way to get out of the gate and stuff. And, Crabtree today, they had a good approach, man, and it just, we felt it, I felt it. And when we have options in the pen like that, it makes it easy to go to them early. And, obviously, I think it was the right call and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, you have a luxury there, man. You got a lot of options, and the challenge is put them in the right places, right, and not asking them to do too much, and but also knowing that you can have maybe a quick hook because you have some guys back there that can come in and help you get out of the jam.
Robert tomorrow, obviously they're a good ball club, so I mean this had to feel good today to see the ball bounce a little bit for you guys in the right direction.
We did. We needed it for sure. I'm not sitting here telling you that these last 5 games we played our best, or 6 games or whatever, but it's hard to play your best for 56 of them, and you gotta hang in there. You gotta kind of roll with the punches sometimes, and just stay locked in, stay together. You got to stay unified and stuff. So it was good today to do what we needed to do. Had to do it. We've done it before. We did it against Santa Barbara. We did it last week against Arkansas State. Now the challenge is finishing it off tomorrow to get that series win at home against a good team. So can't wait to watch these guys compete. There's nothing to lose, man. You got to go out there and let it hang, and look forward to watching them come out here tomorrow with some passion and energy.
Kros, I mean, dominant outing again today. You've been really good recently. Just what's working for you?
I really wouldn't say what's really working for me, because today was kind of I kind of just had to work around what I did have, which wasn't much. But I mean, you gotta have the mindset if you don't have the physical. Every time you go out there, and I knew my defense was going to be behind me, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I really didn't have too much good stuff today, as in pitching wise. But you still got to have that mindset to go out there every time and know that you're going to do good if you don't have it.
Take me behind the mindset. What is powering you mindset-wise in these outings?
I mean, it's just part of it's just being a veteran, like knowing, you know, if you don't have your stuff that day, you still have like the lock-in phase and the mindset and the experience to go out there and do what you can do. And part of it is just learning how to flip the switch when you need to, especially when you don't have the stuff. So you need more of that mindset to push through.
Can you talk a little bit about the amount of guys you have that can come out of the pen and extend innings like you can, and maybe even Colby can, or Sundstrom, or whoever it is? There's like so many of those guys that you don't necessarily need a bona fide starter each weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say you're right to some extent. I mean, we'd love for every single starter to go six plus, you know, with no runs, but a lot of the time that's just not what's going to happen. So we know that we have the depth in the bullpen to still keep us in the game, because the offense is just, they're gonna score runs, we're gonna get outs, we're all gonna work collectively.
The group, as the entire bullpen, what is you guys' collective mindset when you as a group go out there? What do you want to be, I guess, known as a group this season?
Yeah, I'd say consistent. Yeah, like individually and as a group. That's just kind of what we want to do. We hear the quote a lot. It's like, be like waves crashing on the shore. Just come in one after the other. You know, like this guy's going to get it done. And then when he gets out, the next guy is going to come in, do the exact same thing. And then the next guy and the next guy. So that's just kind of the mindset.
Thanks, man.
Well, Davis,
Stand closer.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Davis, I guess just, past couple games, the offense has just kind of struggled a little bit to kind of piece together some hits, but today it just finally felt like you guys were seeing the ball well and got a lot of hard contact.
No,
today.
you're exactly right. Past week or so, maybe it's been a rough spot for the offense, but we're hungry. We're so hungry. We're ready to get after it each and every day. We're not going to stop that. That's who we are. We're gritty. We're going to come out tomorrow and do the same thing today. That's for sure.
Can you talk about your home run and kind of what you saw and, what the pitch was, all that stuff?
Yeah, I was leading off the inning. That guy had thrown me a bunch of sliders in my first at-bat, and it was a good one. But I was ready for that second at-bat and happened to, get a good swing on it.
You're off to a really good start this year. I think that home run went over the Coca-Cola sign. So what is working for you going into this year? What has allowed you to have the success you're having so far?
Yeah, I guess right now I'm swinging at good pitches. I'm getting good pitches to hit. Just trying to do damage mostly. I think when I shorten up and just try to put the ball in play, I can kind of put myself in a hole, but really want to do damage every at bat.
Did you guys maybe do anything differently today than you have been doing over the past week or so?
We haven't changed anything. We're kind of just staying true to ourselves. Not letting the game get too big. Like I said, we're going to come out hungry each and every day, no matter what we did the day before or what's been going on the past week or so. But tomorrow we're just going to come out and play the same game.
Yeah, can you talk about just, I guess, the collective trust you guys just have in yourselves, even when you're struggling, that you guys know that, hey, we'll get out of this?
Yeah, for sure. Today's a great example of that. I think 1 through 9, we all had good at bats. We just passed the torch down. It would take me a long time to go through all the at-bats today, but for instance, Gray Eubanks gets plugged in there today, and he, was a big difference with that walk, and then Tucker scored him on that big double, so that's just one example.
Good. Matt, they walked Davis Gillespie right there to put you on, arguably just kind of the slow start you've had. I guess, they thought that, that was the best option for them, and it had to feel so good to see that ball get through the infield for you there.
Oh, yeah. Just trying to get a ball in the air in that situation with less than 2 outs, run at third, and got behind in the count. And I was able to tattoo a ball up the middle, and worked out for the guys. So it was awesome. Great feeling.
You were pretty fired up on first base. Can you just take me through what's running through your mind in that moment?
Yeah, I like to show my emotion. I've always done it since I've been playing here. But we're up, I think, probably 3 runs at that time in the 6th inning, and just getting that cushion just allows you to not breathe, but it allows you to just relax a little bit, not press too hard. If we didn't get that cushion, they were able to come back. They scored 3 runs a couple innings later, so it would have been a tie game. So just allowing yourself to breathe a little bit, getting the swings back together, getting the swings rolling again. It's fun.
I know it's been a tough start for you, and I know just personally, obviously the win is great to even up the series, but how good does this feel for you to come through, get 3 hits, and be a big part of a win here?
Yeah, it's obviously feels great. Just trying to do it for my teammates, you know. I've obviously put a lot of pressure on myself beginning of the year, but I'm trying to calm back down, be the type of player that I'm capable of being, and recently I felt a lot better. So just trying to get back to it, just trying to provide runs for my teammates and get the wins.
I know the lineup struggled recently. We were just talking to Davis, and he was talking about how you guys just have a collective trust that you'll get through the slump. Can you just talk to that and really not panicking even when you guys are struggling, knowing that you guys are capable of games like this?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to trusting yourself in these situations. We haven't been getting timely hitting recently, but today we did. Baseball's hard. Everyone knows that. Just trying to be ourselves, not put too much pressure on ourselves, and simplify the game. Just trying to get the hits, put multiple good at bats together, and we had great at bats all day today. We were able to knock 2 of their best guys out early for them, and just getting their pitch counts up, allowing us to really just get the runs whenever we needed them. And that's the type of offense that we are, and we're expecting ourselves to do the same thing tomorrow, and just hoping it translates as the year goes on.
I thought kind of off that the plate approach today was a little bit different than what we've seen in the past, where a lot of times in the last week or so, swinging at first pitch is kind of soft contact, but today really working counts, I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't, quite honestly, it really wasn't anything different approach-wise. I think it was just our mentality of today was different than in days past. Really just trying to not do it for ourselves, but do it for the team. It's a team. There's no I in team. We've been saying that recently. And just trying to stack at-bats on top of each other. We haven't been doing that recently. It's been 2 outs and then a double, and then we don't score them. Just trying to get people on the base paths. That's the goal right now. And let the timely hitting come, because, I mean, like I said, baseball's hard. We're just trying to play our game and do what we're capable of.